Good morning and welcome to Teal House Farm. Today is the day. Been waiting for this day for, I don't know, we could say like 15 years or so. How's everybody doing? Alright, that's my first time moving the coop with them inside it. I've been moving it during the day when they're out and about. They weren't too crazy about that. That kind of freaked them out a little bit. I made a couple of changes to the coop. I took this board and put it here. I can flip it up when I move it. It flips down because my coop is heavy on the back end because of the nesting boxes. And I just put that there to catch it and so it doesn't flip backwards and freak people out. And then the other thing I did was put a bucket with the nipples on it here. I did that a couple of days ago. They have yet to really use it. I'm hoping to take away the fountain waterer and maybe they'll have to use it. So we've got our Premier One Poultry net. It runs off of solar, and so I'm gonna install that today before we let the chickens out. I haven't clipped wings, so we'll see if it keeps them in. I think it'll keep some of them in. I think it'll keep my Buff Orpington hens in. I'm not so sure about the rest, but anyway, here we go. I am so excited to get this net installed. So when you put use the solar fence energizer, you want to point it toward the south so it gets as much sun as possible. So I just plopped it into the ground here, pointed it what I thought was around south. My cell phone has a compass on it. Can you see that? I don't know. Sure, I'm getting ready to talk about something. Do you want to help me talk? Are you good at talking? Yeah. So when my chickens were totally free range, I didn't give them any grit. We have a gravel driveway. They can go anywhere on the farm they want, and I figured they could get all the grit they needed themselves. But since we're putting them into this fence system now, I've put in a bucket of, it has grit and oyster shell in. And then we also have a bucket, this is a dust bath for them. It has dirt or dust, ashes, and I can't remember, is it diatomaceous earth? I think that's how you say it. It has all that mixed in. It'll help with any kind of mites or anything they might possibly get. So how do you think the coop is looking? Fun. Do you like it?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is what it looks like out of the box. I bought two sets, so I've got two rolls. I've got the corner post, a bag with a tester and some instructions. Okay, we got a thank you, pack list, a tester, and I think that's what I want, how to install electric netting. fence run. Now I'm gonna try and hook it up. I don't know, I think I'm gonna have to move the coop away from the fence a little bit. I think they're definitely gonna fly over it, and I think I'm gonna have to clip some wings before all is said and done. Okay, we have the battery hooked up, we've got our fence up. They include a little tester. It's, I don't know, we'll see if it works. It feels kind of cheap. It looks like it says it's a wireless tester, kind of like those old stud finders, you know, push the button and beep, 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 beep. Blinking green, I think means it's charging, like it's okay. Let's push our little test button here. Can't tell. I think just the red one's lighting up. Oh. I got a little bit of green. Their instructions say a new fence should be at 3,000. It shouldn't drop below 2, but this one has, their reading has 2.5 and 4. So I guess 2.5 means I'm above. I guess 2.5 means it's working. If you hit 2.5, that's good. Let's turn it off, let the chickens out, see what happens. Well, if that's not one of the more embarrassing things that's ever happened to me, and I've bent the post really bad too. Look at that. That is awful. I hope I can salvage it. Way too embarrassing. My goodness. Oh, I can't believe I did that. Oh, that's terrible. I've kind of got it salvaged. They've been in here about 2 hours so far, and we don't have any escapees yet, which I'm kind of impressed with. I've got 2 hens that are not super happy about being in here. They're walking the fence line almost constantly. I intentionally put the fence in this spot because my chickens love this tree. Most days this is kind of where they hang out anyway, and so I figured if I started them here they would be pretty content as it is. I don't know how hot it is today. I think it's in the 90s. If it's not, it's the high 80s. They were not finding their water over there, my bucket that I put together, and so I only left them here about an hour without water before I put the fountain in. So we might just stick with the fountain. It's not that big of a deal. I just thought I'd try the chicken nipple waterer, but I don't know if they weren't able to find it. I might grab a chicken and, like, you know how you do with chicks, like dip their beaks in it or whatever. So anyway, 2 hours in, and the Premier One Poultry Net so far has been a success. I bought 2 rolls. I think they're 100 feet each. I think with the amount of chickens we have, I'll be able to leave them in one spot for about a week and move the coop every day. That, you know, that takes 15 seconds to do. But move the coop around in their 50-foot by 50-foot square paddock or whatever you want to call it. Right now it's kind of a weird shape, but I think it's going to work out really well. I think that's all we have for you today. It's been a successful day. This has been something I've wanted to do since high school, is get the electric poultry net and put chickens in there. So it almost feels like a kind of a simple dream come true. An easy dream to achieve, but it's taken a while to get there. But I'm really pumped and excited. That's all we've got for you today. Thanks for watching. We'll talk to you later.